Maxey drops it.
That is, man. That's a great point.
Edgecombe off the screen from Bona.
Philly can find the range. They've gotten good looks from three. Here's another one. Gave up the three for White.
Maxey stealing it against Pritchard. Edgecombe catapult. Maxey switches back and has a free
And Edgecombe, all the more impressive. Oh my goodness.
No way.
Hello.
That's grotesque.
This is Ring the Damn Bell, your weekly shot of Sixers news, stories, and heartbreak. Let's go trust the neighbors.
Welcome to Ring the Damn Bell. I'm John.
I'm Sanoj.
And how about that, Sanoj?
That was something special.
That was special. What a way to answer a devastating first game loss.
I don't think anyone expected that kind of win. What is it, a 14-point win?
14-point win, yeah.
And I think we all thought the Celtics were going to have their way with us, and we told, no, you're not.
I think everybody thought that.
Yeah.
Hey, before we really get started, welcome back.
Thank you.
First time we're back in the studio together for 3 weeks, I think.
Is it
right?
3 weeks now?
Yeah, we've had the producer step in for a few weeks and did a great job.
Producer.
Lissy did a great job.
Wonderful job.
She did.
I got a lot of compliments about Alyssa, so thank you so much.
Yeah, she's. I think people would rather see her than us.
I agree with that, and I don't blame them. I'm with them.
Probably so. But I think those videos got some pretty good views. But anyway, well, what a great game. We are now tied 1-1 with Boston. Nice, like you said, 14-point win. So tell me your thoughts. What did you think of that game? Give me some Sanoj brilliance.
I mean, we were on the AC Mike radio show earlier today. We called in and we talked about a few things. And I guess the one thing I want to reiterate from what I said then is I think the city of Boston and the Boston Celtics team took us a little too lightly. They're forgetting that Philadelphia we're rocky. We don't lay down for no one. If we go down, we're going down fighting. And that's exactly what they did. I'm not saying we're going down yet. We don't know what's going to happen. But we really punched them back in the mouth. Now, what scares me is, do we punch them so hard to woke them up?
Did we awake a sleeping giant? I don't know.
Let's see. But I one thing I do want to say is that to me, and we've said this all season long, Boston was always our kryptonite. We haven't won a series against them since 1982. I had zero hope. And the Celtics, to me, were always invincible. We can never get over the hump. And what they did yesterday, I got a little flicker of hope now.
Well, I agree. I mean, since 1982, we haven't won a series against them. And that was the year, well, that was when we had Dr. J. I mean, that was, so it's been a while. And yeah, I think everybody thought, I did. Matter of fact, even last week on the podcast when you were away, we were talking. I said, I think we're going to get swept. I've said that. A lot of people said that. I think everybody believed that. I mean, it was just, Boston came out and punched us hard in that first game. And they looked,
Is there a 32-point loss?
It was something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I kind of wiped that out of my memory now.
It was bad.
It was really bad. But hey, let's talk about VJ. Historic night for VJ. The youngest player in history. Ever to have 30-10 in the playoffs, right?
So I heard two conflicting. At first I heard that, and Magic Johnson, which is a couple months older when he did it.
Right.
But now I'm reading, not since Tim Duncan.
Well, Tim Duncan, I think you're right. He was the first player since Tim Duncan to do it. But he's also the youngest.
The youngest.
In history, yeah.
But then there's a caveat that also throwing in. The first guard to do it, because Tim Duncan was a power forward center.
There's so many stats out there. It's ridiculous.
I mean, let's not take anything away from him. The young man showed up, and all season, after a VJ's initial jump in the very beginning of the season, everyone said Rookie of the Year. Then, of course, Cooper Flagg came in, Con Knipple came in, and they took the fire on the rookie thing. Yeah. Well, there's only one rookie right now in the playoffs doing what they're doing. It's not Cooper, and it's not Con K.
And he's not just doing it. He was the number one option last night. He was
the fire from this young kid. And you heard his saying, I'm not scared of anyone. If you're running at me, you're going to have to run me over.
I heard him say that. And last week we talked about a clip I saw of KO, Kelly Oubre, talking about he's not afraid of anybody. He's I forget exactly what he said. He's front line. He's got a black belt.
Black belt, martial arts.
But I know how to control my zen.
Right.
But I think that's the attitude they're taking. They're really not afraid of anything.
K9, KO, Cam KO, whatever you want to call him. He showed fire yesterday too. I'm very surprised when I looked at the stats. I watched the game and I was just fired up, not really paying attention. To me, it was the Maxi Oubre VJ show. So today when I saw that Kelly only had 12 points.
Hit some clutch shots.
Very clutch shots. Yeah. He was, I think, 2 for 6 from the three and all that. But it was the intangibles that he did. He brought fire.
He did.
He brought something to the team that didn't have all season for the most part. And that was great to see.
I agree. I mean, excuse me. I mean, towards the end of the game, he was taking the ball to the basket. What Kelly does, but he also hit some clutch threes.
The clutch three at the end of the fourth.
Threes. But let's talk beginning of the game. I think you and I were texting, and Boston went on that 16-0 run in the first quarter. And right away, I'm saying, I think we both said, I can't watch this. I'm going to turn it off. And then, for some reason, something happened. In the second quarter, Philly hit 10 out of 13 threes.
Yep.
How does that happen?
I don't know the last time they shot 50% from their three in the playoffs like that.
That's unbelievable.
And the Celtics, we know, did what, 26% from the three?
It was a complete flip-flop for the first game. I mean, Philly shot 17% in the first game from three, and then they shot 49, like you said, 50% in the second game. It was just a completely different game. But so many things were different. I mean, they talked about, I heard Tyrese say this, I heard KO say this, got to stay in front of your man.
Yeah. Their defense was on point yesterday.
Defense was on point. Not only were the rotations good, they were switching off of screens. The rotations were good. They weren't allowing those easy layups. They were contesting threes too, and that's look, Boston can.
We said all season their perimeter defense is reprehensible. It's horrible. It's horrific, and they showed up last night when it counted.
And you think about it. That's what happens to Philly almost every game, right? Everybody else plays great perimeter. Well, most teams play great perimeter defense. We were, I think, pretty close to the bottom of the league in 3-point percentage this year.
We were.
But that's because we get contested and we don't contest. And usually teams do great. It was just completely flip-flopped. But, yeah.
So I just want to keep reiterating that I had zero hope. I did say I think we would lose the series 4-1, possibly 4-2. I did say if we are going to steal a game, it's going to be game 2.
You did say that.
And that is because I think the Celtics slept on us. Yeah. I think after they rolled on us from the first game, they thought it was going to be an easy game at home, game 2.
Yeah.
And the Sixers really walked in with some swag.
They did. And Sanoj, he texted this to me in the first game. And when I was like, oh my God, first game was horrible. He said, if we're going to steal a game, it's going to be game 2. It's always going to be game 2. And you are the prognosticator of prognosticators.
Call me Nostradamus.
It really came true. But hey, total team effort though. I mean, Andre off the bench, KO off the bench. Justin Edwards hit a three at the end. Just a total team effort. Everybody.
A team effort. Everyone.
Well, not everyone that played.
No, Bona.
Oh, Bona.
Bona was there.
Bona.
Do you know what his highest? He had 3 rebounds. His second highest stat was 2 personal fouls. That means he had 0 points.
He did have 0 points.
Did you see his breakaway run?
Yes.
And he just missed the layup? Some weird shot he took.
Can't he fix that?
He's extremely athletic, and that's what I always say. His athleticism is higher than his talent.
Yeah.
He is just struggling out there. Like he had 3 rebounds. He's supposed to be a rebounder.
Yeah.
Now Andre Drummond had 8 rebounds.
And Andre hit a 3.
He hit a 3. He was having fun out there.
Yeah, Andre, really
but
good.
If I'm going to be a negative Nancy here, I just want to say one negative thing, if I may. We are Philadelphians.
You are
at
allowed.
heart.
You are
either
allowed.
born there or had ties to it one way or another. Our backup centers are Drummond and Bona.
I know.
Embiid is our superstar center, but we know he's injured 50 to 65 to 75% of the time. So this is what your backup plan was for him. For someone most likely you would have to have someone in there. And Drummond and Bona is your backup plan. They did nothing in the offseason to shore that up. I'm going to leave that there. It was a good win. I just want to drop a little negative nugget.
No, it's hard to argue that. I mean, Andre's getting up in years, right? I mean, he's been around since I think it's his 13th or 14th year in the league. Right?
He's been around for a while. But really quick, I know you got something to say there.
Okay.
Back when I thought, at one point in Drummond's career, even before he was a Sixer, I didn't really follow his career closely. Pistons. And I thought, this guy's huge. He's big. Man, he must be like 35 years old, though. And I looked it up, and he was like 26.
Yeah.
He looks so much older than he is.
Hey, Well, let's jump off so we know we'll talk about Game 3 coming up here in a minute. But before we do, let's talk about some of the other games. How about Orlando taking down Detroit in the first game?
After we saw what Orlando did to the Hornets in the last play-in game, they whooped them and they whooped them bad. Bancaro woke up. The team woke up. Pistons has very minimal experience right now with the current team in the playoffs. They were there last season. They didn't do too well. So they're learning how to navigate the playoffs. Orlando has been in there a few times now. I am not surprised. Were you?
A little bit, because I saw how we handled Orlando in the play-in. But then you're right. They played an awful game against Boston at the end of the season. Then they played that phenomenal game against Charlotte, like you just said. So, yeah, I mean, they're up and down, right? Bancaro came back, had a really strong game against them. That was interesting. But, so, yeah, that's going to be a dogfight. I mean, that could go 7. You know,
I possibly could.
It could.
But I want you to bring up another playoff game.
I will. I'm going to bring up the San Antonio Spurs and your boy, Wemby, down with a concussion.
That was a hard hit.
Yeah, he went.
But that's not the game I'm talking about.
The Lakers are up 2-0.
Knicks Hawks.
Oh, the Knicks. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The Knicks lost and they collapsed.
They collapsed. CJ McCullough took over.
Yes, he did. It was the great collapse. It was like the Knicks I feel their pain.
Do you know how nice it was to see the Hawks go into New York and beat them?
I loved it. I hate the Knicks. Have I ever told you? I hate the Knicks.
McCullough took it to Brunson.
Yeah.
He crossed him over, took it to him. It was something very nice to see.
I didn't watch it's funny. I didn't watch the end of the game. I watched through like the third quarter. And I was like, the Knicks are going to win. They're going to 2-0. I was so happy to see. I was shocked when I saw that. But,
it's been a very interesting first round so far in the NBA playoffs. And I'm going to say this again, and I say it all the time. When Alyssa co-hosted me, I said the same thing. I love the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
I look forward to so much, and so far it's been great.
It's been good, yeah. So San Antonio tied 1-1 now, and Wemby going down, concussion protocol. I mean, he's going to be out for at least 48 hours, right? Then he has to be reevaluated, and then he has to pass some medical tests and stuff like that.
I'm sure he'll be back, but I think a lot of people slept on the Blazers, and I'm one of them. I did not pay attention to the Blazers all season. Very towards the end of the season, I started hearing about Denny.
Yeah.
He Advija, I think his name is. He was in the playoff. I'm sorry, in the All-Star game. I'm like, he's in the All-Star game? He's that good?
Yeah.
And then we saw what they did to get into the playoffs. I'm like, oh, this guy's real. Then they got Drew Holiday, Jeremy Grant, all those guys. I mean, you can't look past them. Now, one thing I want to say about the Spurs is Wembanyama is a superstar.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's surrounded by really good role players. So I would not be surprised if the Blazers took it a little further than people expected.
Well, we'll see. It could happen. It could happen. I mean, I think, is anybody going to touch OKC? I mean, they look
I was just texting with some friends earlier today, and I don't think I've seen a well-oiled machine like the OKC Thunder in a very long time.
They are.
Maybe the last time was the Warriors.
Yeah, it could be. So let's go back to Philly. All right, let's talk about Embiid. Joel Embiid. So I looked at ESPN on the injury list.
What'd they say?
He's game time decision for Friday.
Really?
He is game time decision right now. He's not listed as out. So I don't know. We can. My daughter here, our producer, has a little bit of a medical background. She's an trained EMT, and she went through paramedic school, all that kind of stuff. So I guess I'll ask you, Alyssa. So is he 2 weeks out from his surgery now?
It's about 2 weeks, I think.
Now there's a lot of cloak and dagger.
It was right before the playoffs.
We haven't gotten a lot of information as to what's really. I know we started his strength and conditioning back a couple days ago. Is it possible for him to play again this Friday after like less than 3 weeks? Before nobody's saying anything. Nobody has any real information. Just game time decision.
I'm not a doctor. I guess it's technically possible, but it's definitely inadvisable.
Yeah, could be.
If the medical staff gives him the okay, he's in there. He's gonna always play.
He wants to play.
My brother made a good point though about Embiid coming back. He texting this morning and he said that if Embiid is not 100%. Well, our 100%, which means 85% of him is pretty much 100% in rest of the league.
Yeah.
But if he's not even at 85%, just say he's at 50%. Is it really worth bringing him back? Because he says the Celtics will do this pick and roll, take him to the hole when he's not himself and get him off his game. And then when he gets frustrated, we see him throwing the ball away, driving in, trying to take over when it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think unless he's really ready to go, I'd hold him out till game 4.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a good chance to come back for game 4. But man, I'll tell you what, would you love to defend home court here and go back to Boston up 3-1?
Is that a trick question?
Yeah, yeah, it's retical more than, but it's a boring question. Yeah, obviously we would love that. I don't know if it's possible. I mean, Boston's going to make adjustments. Although I say they're going to make adjustments. We talked about this on the radio show today. Boston's they're a volume 3 team, right? They hoist them up and they chuck them from the deep. They're not going to change that. They're going to continue to fire.
Course.
So we got to play perimeter defense.
If Steph Curry misses 2 threes in a row, he's not stopping.
Yeah, and then they got 8 guys that can shoot threes, right? And unbelievable, they shot so poorly last night. But are they going to make any adjustments in Game 3?
I'm sure they'll make a minor adjustments. Probably get a little stronger on VJ.
Yeah.
Try to hold him back. And he had a historic night. They'll probably try to perimeter 3, a little bit more defense on the 3, a little more, because we were like almost 50% from the 3, which is not normal for our current team. I just am happy that we got a glimmer of hope now, because I thought we all said, like, one and done. It was just going to be a really quick series and Celtics are going to move on. So now we have some hope in here.
Yeah, we do. I mean, all right, another question for you. Okay, so we didn't have a letdown in the third quarter. So Sanoj and I were joking as we were texting back and forth, but we were I think we went up in the halftime up 6 points, or
it was up 6 points,
6 or 8, something like that. And we said, wonder how much cake and ice cream they're going to have here at halftime.
Nick Nurse handing out whipped cream.
Nick Nurse has the whipped cream thing. They came out, they won the third quarter, or they might have lost the third quarter by 1 point.
Yeah, but in the fourth they brought it within 2, right?
And then Boston brought it within 4. But my point is, throughout the game, did our coach out-coach Joe Mazzulla?
I'm going to say he did better than he usually does. But I think our rookie stepped up. I think Maxi's field goal, I think he was 12 for 28. He needs to still work on that. But he stepped up. He hit those back-to-back threes.
Oh, man.
When Celtics started to surge a little bit, he put them away with those 2 back-to-back threes.
He did.
Which is great to see.
But it was very much like a lot of similarities to the Orlando game. Where we led most of the game. We didn't lead most of this game. We led probably half of it, but led mostly through the second half and the end of the second quarter. Every time Boston would make a push, we had an answer, right? And at the end, and here they come, here it comes. They got within 2, and you're right. I think Maxey told Nick Nurse, "I got this." And you heard that, I heard it in a post game press conference, and he went out with a lot of confidence. And those 2 dagger threes that we showed at the beginning of the podcast here were just clutch. And then that the circus, reverse layup from left to right.
The Jordan split.
It was pretty. It was really fun to watch. And
was almost unnecessary. Tatum didn't even jump.
He didn't even jump.
He just went for it.
It was just amazing, Sanoj, that we actually this didn't come down to a final possession game. The game was put away with like 2.5 minutes to go.
If it came down to a final possession, last 2 possessions of the game, I would have been scared.
I'd
been really scared.
Oh, I'd have been terrified.
I mean, you and I were both saying, if they lose this game, just get blown out. Don't lose by 1 at the last second.
Exactly. We said that, if Philly loses this game after that, it's going to hurt. It's going to sting. It's going to really sting.
Sting bad because they didn't expect them to win if they got that close. But I have a question for you.
Go for it.
The Sixers doesn't have a good track record of taking role players and elevating them. Now, the Celtics, they keep finding these players. Kada, their center, he was
Baylor
a no one.
Shireman.
Baylor Shireman. Like, no one knows who these people are. And somehow the Celtics keep repurposing these people. They have their stars. They have their Derek White. They have their Jaylen Brown. They have their...
I love Derek White.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Tatum. Could you take the picture of Derek White off his nightstand? I mean, this is getting ridiculous.
No, he has to kiss it every night or he doesn't sleep.
It's the only way he can go to sleep.
He drives
saying goodnight to
nuts.
Derek
I
White.
hate that guy.
But how does the Celtics continually find players that no one else looks at, and they make them into really strong role players, but the Sixers continually let us down?
And we take good players and turn them into scrubs. I don't know.
Well, that's because Morey's signing people at the end of their...
I don't know. I mean, by the way, I told you I met Daryl Morey. Had a chat with Daryl Morey after a little session there, and we did send an email. Maybe try to get him on a podcast. I think that's a long shot. Haven't gotten a response. Probably won't.
It's longer than the Sixers winning championship this year.
He's going to listen to some of our prior episodes, or his assistant will and say, "Hey, go on that show."
He's got to take the good with the bad.
That's right. But anyway, I don't know, Sanoj. It's a great question. You know, you always hear about Boston's their culture, their player development is phenomenal.
Well, why can't we replicate that?
I don't know. I mean, this is the NBA, right? You should have the best of the best, right? No, you should have great staff, training staff, medical staff. I mean, how does it happen? I don't know. You know what? Every team, their organization and the coach always looks good when things go well. I don't know. Boston seems to they have a culture there.
They do.
I don't know. I hate it.
It just came into my head. We had one player that elevated his game and did really well for us, and we traded him, and he's doing really well for the team he's currently on.
Let me take a guess. I get 3 guesses. First 2 don't count.
Go ahead.
Oh, that would be Jared McCain. Yeah.
Jared McCain, but that's not even the one I'm thinking about. I'm talking about someone who used to be with us years ago.
Oh, Drew Holiday. That's one other one.
Oh, that was part of the process years. That was all part of Sam Hinkie's plan. I'm talking about TJ McConnell.
Oh, TJ, yeah.
TJ was a fan favorite here. We loved him, and we gave him up, and he did his thing with the Pacers.
He does.
He went to the finals before the rest of the Sixers.
Almost won a championship. But we have a number of players that, I know we're low on time here, number of players that Philly had that are one, Isaiah Joe has a ring, plays quality minutes for OKC, and now Jared McCain has a really good chance of getting a ring this year.
We'll see. I mean, I hope he gets it. Good for him.
Well, anyway, hey, look, Sanoj, we got Game 3 coming up Friday night. Excited about it. I will be there with Barbara. We're kind of excited to be at the game. We'll be there Friday and Sunday, so we're looking forward to it. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a battle. We got to defend home court. See what happens.
It is Wednesday right now.
Yep.
The game is Friday. Let's hope that can Embiid show for Game 3.
I would love to see that.
I don't think it's happening. I think, like you said, they might save him for Game 4.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Anything else?
Nothing for me.
Well,
I mean, I'm just excited that we actually have something positive to talk about.
Me too, and I've been watching the other games too in hopes that we would have something positive to talk about. So maybe we're going to be seeing some of the, can we, before we go, I said last week, I think I said it to AC Mike when he was sitting in for you last week. Playing Boston in the first round may be our best chance for a deep playoff run if we can get past Boston.
Oh, that's very true. If Boston's our biggest wall, but the Knicks right after them.
Well, then you get the Knicks, right? But, well, I don't know. Maybe we're playing Atlanta. But Atlanta's been an Achilles heel this year, too. We haven't beaten them all year. So I don't know.
Nothing, when the Sixers didn't even make the playoffs last year, but when the Pacers took out the Knicks and the Pacers took out the Celtics, that just made that was good enough for me.
Hey, if we take out the Celtics, we're going to walk into that second round with confidence. So we shall see.
Yep.
But anyway, hey, that's all we got for this week. Hey, look, you got to like and subscribe. We get quite a good number of views. Not enough people subscribing, and if you don't subscribe, I always tell you, he gets depressed, and then I have to keep him out of the medicine cabinet. It's really bad. He cares.
Me and this guy here, we don't care about subscribers. This is Tyrese.
He does care.
Tyrese and I don't care. This guy right here is the man.
Well, anyway, check us out at ringthedamnbell.net. That's the easiest way to find us. Go in there, you can hit subscribe, and you can follow Tyrese. Sanoj is breaking Tyrese Maxey's bobblehead now. It's just unbelievable.
Found it.
There you go. Fix Tyrese. Messed up his bobblehead. Unbelievable. But anyway, I think
it's not mine. I don't care.
Well, you can take it home. You have Bailey. Bailey can chew on it.
She got groomed today. None of these.
Tyrese is a big dog guy. He loves dogs.
That is true. Maybe I should. Maybe I will take it home.
He's got like 12 dogs. So he can afford it. Anyway, hey, lady. Anyway,
hey, when we meet here next week,
yes, we'll be up 3-1.
Let's hope.
We'll be up 3-1. Heading back to Boston up 3-1. That would be great.
Let's do it.
Anyway, for Ring the Damn Bell, I'm John.
I'm Sanoj.
And we are out.
Out.